Right, we've got our first layout of finds. So this is from a chap who I think lives in the Netherlands. So we're going to go through each one of these and we're going to see if we can identify them. Right, we'll start off down here with this thing here. Now I found a few of these. They sound lovely. You think you found a hoard when you found one of these. It's some sort of farming implement. I've only ever found them in one field, but it's something to do with farming. It's hollow all the way through, but I'm not entirely sure what they are, but it's something to do with farming. When I told the farmer I'd found these things, he said, "Oh, can you give them back? Because they're useful they're useful for some reason." Right, now we'll go down to here. Now this is some sort of furniture stud, I would imagine. This, I think, is what's called a spur buckle. And this one, I'm not entirely sure what that one is with these funny little bits. So I expect I'll be able to defer to somebody in the comments below as to what you think this is. And if you, like I said before, if you timestamp it to this precise location, this precise time of chatting, then we can, then someone obviously more experienced than me can obviously tell us what it is. Right, this looks quite old. Some sort of figure dressed in robes. Could be Roman. Not sure. Very flat face though. So everything else is quite well defined and the face is flat. So maybe something went on there. Right, some sort of a stud. It's got little pins, so it's quite old. Probably medieval. This looks like an ashtray. Yeah, it's an ashtray. Right, what's this? Onyx. Is it onyx you call that? It's got silver mount. So I'd imagine something Victorian. And like maybe a little handle for like a parasol or something. This long thing up here, see the little hole, looks like it's used for tapping something. Maybe it's a corkscrew holder because of the little hole. Maybe it's used for like tapping, like putting threads into things. Like, or like I got something that looks exactly the same as this, but it's used for like you drill a hole and then you put a thread in. So maybe something like a corkscrew or some sort of implement like that. Right, let's go down. This thing here has got two little holes there, look. And it sort of bends off. Pass. Maybe something to do with ringing for servants in a big house. This thing here looks quite nice. Zoom in a bit. It's got lots of squiggly writing on it. I don't know if that's really thick or just bent over so we can't see the other side. But that looks interesting. Don't know what that is, so I'll defer to someone who's more experienced than me in the chat. This little thing here, obviously some sort of a washer. Could be part of something like what do we think? Yeah, could be part of a knife pummel, sword pummel, a bit small for a sword pummel, but something to do with like a washer, maybe a knife, that kind of thing. And we've already looked at that. Now this thing here, zoom out a bit. Now I'm pretty sure that this thing is a pipe tamper. Oh, get off, you pesky thing. It's a pipe tamper. Right. Oh, this could be very interesting. This here, now we're looking straight down onto it. I think this is Roman. I think this could be a Roman brooch. So if the underside has got like a little loop and a pin, this could be like I've only ever found one, but it was like a chicken brooch, and you get duck brooches. I think this could be a tiny little Roman brooch. Right, this thing here. Oh, great picture, by the way. Something to do with maybe a sword hanger. Yeah, but swords had like lots of little straps and things that used to sort of dangle off of swords. So maybe something like a sword hanger. Right, zoom out a bit. We get everything on this side. Yes. Right, let's go over here. Let's zoom in on this. Right, I don't think that's particularly old because it's got a screw thread. See the screw thread? So this is going to be something like a furniture fitting, or maybe something to do with a, oil lamp or something along those lines. We've got a big chunk of lead with the letters 24 stamped in it. So it's a tag for something. I've often found little tags with numbers on, like they call them, what do they call it? Something to do with taking tools out of a workplace. Tool tag. Is it tool tag? Might be tool tag. So it could be some sort of tag for borrowing stuff. Right, now this down here, this could be a key. So you've got the loop that's broken, and there's the stem, and you see it's broken there, so it might have continued. So this could be an old key. Could be an old key. Now I've seen these things before somewhere. I can't quite remember what they are, but I'm sure I've seen something like that before. So I'm going to have to defer to somebody in the chat, in the comments, to what you think that might be. This thing, some sort of like got a hole in the middle. Looks vaguely familiar, and obviously the more I do these, the more I'll be able to recognize stuff, and people will tell me in the comments below what this is. This looks familiar. Now has this got like a leaf or a shell decoration on the other side? It's some sort of medieval harness decoration, I think. This thing here I think is a toggle, so it's a clothing toggle. So it would have gone through cloth on this side, and then this side it would have pushed through a piece of cloth. So it's like an ancient button. This looks quite interesting. I'm sure I've seen something like that before. It's a pin, isn't it? It's a pin. Some sort of a clothing pin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing's medieval, and that's probably the same similar date. Not much going for this weird looking thing. Could be another clothing pin. Likewise, it's I don't know. This great big thing here, what's this? It's got a head on it. Goes down. Decoration off of a huge piece of furniture. Maybe. I don't know. Right. This looks interesting. This could be. Is it called a? Is it a terret ring? Could be Iron Age. This is, I think, a spur off of when you're horse riding, you've got little spurs on the back of your foot that you dig into the horse. I'm sure I've got one of these somewhere. It's going to be some sort of thing. Pass this thing. Looks like that would have been a pin as well. Would have gone down somewhere. Is that everything? This could be another terret ring. Could be Iron Age. Not sure of the material. Looks leadish. So is that it? I think that's about it. What's that in there? There's a couple of animals prancing and something at the top. Yeah, some sort of ashtray. It's got burn marks on it. It's got to be. Look, it's burnt. It's burnt. Yeah, I'm not sure. Don't know. Anyway, so this is my first attempt at identifying what these items are. So if you leave it in the comments, as you timestamp it to what you think these different things are. Did we look at that thing? Yeah, some sort of. This looks like it could have continued up around this side. It looks very nice, very nice. You can zoom right in on this one. So this is why I like high definition, because you can get right in on it. Yeah, so this is, you often get this sort of design, don't you, in buttons, where you have this sort of funny bar going along the base and then stuff coming up. Now what this animal is supposed to be, this is in the Netherlands, so I suppose it could be a bear. Don't know. It's a sort of a bearish looking thing. It's got a big arm, look, see the great big groove for the arm. So something from the Black Forests. I'm speculating there. Anyway, so yeah, high definition image like that, that's perfect. And then I can go through everything. But yeah, I think that thing there, could be a lovely little Roman chicken brooch. So if it's hollow on the inside, with maybe a mount at this end and a mount at the other, that could be a really nice little find. And I think it's missing the top of his head, unfortunately. But you see these grooves? These grooves probably would have had enameling in these grooves. That's what I think that is. So here is the chicken brooch. I found it on the Portable Antiquities Scheme database. So if you're looking down from above, you can see these grooves with enameling in the grooves. So it could be, I'm not saying it is, but I think it could be a Roman brooch. And then you can see it's hollow on the inside with a little catch plate. So that's what I think it is. Of course, they had other creatures like ducks and other ones. But this is just one example, and it dates to about 100 AD. So that's what I think it is. So yeah, I've just noticed I've had someone else contact me with some more pictures, and I'll go and do them now.